Thank you so much, Sankar, for making time to come here. We have quite an interesting topic today, the attention economy. So, I mean, it's fair to say, that every click, every swipe is a currency today. Attention is actually a currency. On that note, what what does it really take to retain and to actually capture some space, in the consumer's mind?
Thank you, Pallavi. Thanks for having me here, and good afternoon, everyone, on this forum. Uh, I really feel that in the present time, customers link with the purpose of a brand, okay? And the relationship between brand and a customer is not anymore important nowadays that how exactly you connect with a customer. It is not about what is the shopping frequency. It is sometimes about what is the connection frequency you have with your customer. For example, in Decathlon, in our case, we always measure that, okay, how we are connecting with the customer quite often. And when I say connect, it doesn't mean only shopping. How many times they really play with us? How many times really they read a blog that how to go for a mountain trek? Which kind of partner in Instagram, and also about omni-channel way. I really like the last two sessions because I was sitting here and listening. It was very interesting that people are thinking quite like-minded way. I really feel that if we have to take the mind share of a customer, we need to really make them link with a purpose of a brand. This is my first view. I really see that there are three topics which is very important for a present customer now. Price value is one which will be always staying. Okay, it was a decade before, now, and it will stay forever. Also, customers start thinking that every time, everywhere, people need it. At least in our kind of products, people feel that, okay, I forgot a shuttlecock. How can I get a shuttlecock in 10 minutes? I want the experience to buying a bicycle. I want to shop inside a store, not online. I want something very fast and getting an advice of sports that, okay, how to go for a track, who can attend me well. So it's really a 360 customer experience which take the mind share of a customer. This is what I feel.
Excellent. I think some really important points there, Sankar. Just double clicking on this, you talked about purpose. When we track Decathlon's journey in India or globally, you're not only a retail brand, you have been creating a sporting movement, right? If you can just double click on what worked and what did not work in building this connection with with your customers, and any tip also for our audience out there.
Thanks for that. In Decathlon, we say our purpose that moving people from the wonders of sports, and we really mean it. If you see that being an Indian, I'm super proud that sportivity in India is increasing drastically. 10 years before, I'm 14 years working Decathlon. When I joined, I saw 5% people play sports, 60% people love sports. I'm sure everybody is looking towards India-Pakistan match, they'll be observing. Now, if you go in details, survey says 12% of Indians playing sports and spending active lifestyle, which is really incredible. Being Indian, I'm proud to see that this is happening. Now, to come to your questions, it's very important to see that what exactly the purpose of a brand is putting the customers on their mind share. For us, to improve sportivity, to give them an active lifestyle, to really link to a product which is really qualitative, we don't compromise, to take care of the factories with all the health and safety and other parameters, at the same time, give them price and value. And this equation is not easy. It's very important also that they are well connected about different channels of us. So what is the channel mix of different products will be also very important. In Decathlon, we have a big portfolio. We have 12,000 SKUs. We cater to 60 sports. Many of the shopping element, they can look for a quick shopping. Sometimes they spend 5 minutes in a shop or 5 minutes in our app or website, but many a times they spend 35, 40 minutes to shop something which they are going to use for long term. It could be a treadmill, it could be something in terms of bicycle and so on and so forth. So I really feel that those connection linked with the purpose, product value price, linking sportivity, in our case, that's the two important points I can stand out.
Got it. In this process of finding that correct link, and when you have that, now for this communication, does Decathlon rely on viral marketing, especially in this age today when the attention spans are getting shorter every day, or do you want to opt for deeper storytelling?
In these particular questions, is never 1 + 1 = 2. Okay, and I was just listening the last two session. It's interesting discussion. Many of the brands look towards taking market share first. Many of the brands will try to take the market share, keeping their profitability inherent. Okay, many of the time these changes happen inside a brand like us, 44 years old in the worldwide. Things changes quarterly level also. Okay, so I really believe, and what we play in Decathlon, to really creating a long connections for very long term. We are 15 years now in India in terms of retail, 25 years in production, and we are here to stay. What I'm trying to say that it is important to create a long-term brand loyalty towards the customer, not really an offer-driven loyalty. Okay, it will not going to last for long, and it is not a or approach. It could be and approach time and again, but what mix we need to put will be incredible point, and every brand will be mastering their part of marketing spend. But there is no right answer for this particular point for sure.
No, I think that's a fair answer, Sankar. When we talk about brand loyalty, if I go by the recent announcements by Decathlon, you're announcing a major investment in India. You are planning to increase your local manufacturing to 85% by 2026. Do you think this Make in India tag, I don't want to use the word tag, but for the lack of better word here, will this help in building a better consumer connection and also consumer trust?
Absolutely. We are a strong believer of a omni-channel approach, and we play that. I'm sure many of you sitting here in Mumbai and other cities are our customers, and thanks for being that. We must say that we came a long way in 15 years. Okay, we already invested in India, being a French brand. We have 132 stores now, touch 50 cities and towns. Digitally, we penetrate 21,000 pin code, little beyond with our own channel. We also start selling with Myntra. We are in quick commerce platform. So we are making our sports product accessible for many in India. So now, in terms of the investment, we believe that we want to segregate our investment in 4 domains. One of the important domain is the physical expansion. We'll be touching more number of cities, more number of store. We just opened one store inside Phoenix, Kurla, recent time. Today is the inauguration. We are also going ahead in big investment in terms of digital assets. Okay, we are based in Bangalore as originally, and then spread in India. We want to capitalize where we exist. Okay. At the same time, we focus a lot on our pioneer, which is our manufacturing, and which is very important. As I said, that our quality of the product, the ethics of the product is one of the important points. I'm very happy to say that what you shop in our store, 60% of the value and 70% of the quantity come from Make in India. In FDI, it was not a norm. When we started, like 2013, when we got the license, it was talking about around 30%, but we believe that. And we can hedge it. And I can believe that lots of brand can hedge it. We discovered it 10 years before. We played categorically slowly, and today we reached to that level. Exchange rate fluctuation, the government policies playing, all these parameters. BIS is something is not a new taboo, right? Everybody is aware. So we all need to see that how to make right product, quality product, accessible to our customer. Because if they lose the link one time, it is difficult to gain them back because we pay a lot in terms of acquisition of the customer cost, right?
No, absolutely. Just a quick follow-up on what you shared. You mentioned you have 132 stores. And speaking of channels, you have also forayed into Zepto and Blinkit very recently. So for a very experienced first brand like yours, is quick commerce just the need of the hour? Or is there a long-term, strategy or vision you see here?
So I can say that like really, it is the connection of the brand with the customer finally. After that, channel mix is the convenience and experience. I really feel that there are many kind of product which is repetition of the product. Customer don't want to touch and feel. They like to grab it fast. Okay, example, if you are playing cricket and already you are losing your ball, and if you are getting in 10 minutes, why not? If you forgot to bring your shuttlecock, if you forgot to get your spectacles for swimmings, why not? At the same time, customers, when they want to experience something for a long term, like somebody is upgrading themselves from the beginner tennis to intermediate training to intermediate to expert, I'm sure the customer is going to come to the store, touch and feel, see the experience of the racket. So I think it is again and approach, and customers will be shopping across all channels in future. Yeah, that's how I believe it.
Absolutely. Great. Just one final question, Sankar. If Decathlon were to represent itself as a sport, what would it be and why?
So I really believe that we have a responsibility of being a brand, selling our product definitely and our services. I think the momentum is right to also say increase the sportivity in the nations. I mean, talking about Indian way. And this is not only here. We talk about that be where we are needed. We exist in Africa, in many countries, including Ghana. And we believe that sports has much to give to the society. So we want to play it. And we all believe on that. People, those who really join Decathlon, they really spend long time. We all are sporty people, and including me. I mean, that's how it works.
Okay, so yes, dodged naming one sport, but okay, we're going to give you that one. Excellent. Thank you so much, Sankar, for joining us today. I think this was a super chat. Thank you for making time.
Thank you, Pallavi, for having me, and thank you, everyone. Good afternoon to all.